In a bold move, President-elect Donald Trump has threatened to impose heavy tariff on three of the United States' biggest trading partners: Mexico, Canada, and China. So let's break it down, what this means, why Trump is making these threats, and how it could impact your wallet. Now, Trump, in a series of posts on his Truth Social platform, has stated that he will impose 25% tariff on all goods that are coming from Mexico and Canada. And that's in the condition if they don't take immediate actions to stop illegal immigration and the flow of drugs into the United States. He says that this will be his first executive order after taking the office. But here's the key point. Trump believes that the foreign government pay these tariffs. However, in reality, tariffs are being paid by American companies importing goods, and these costs are passed on to the American consumers in the form of higher prices. Now, let's talk about numbers. Back in 2022, US trade with Mexico and Canada was worth over $1.8 trillion. That's a huge chunk of business, right? Mexico alone exports $452 billion worth of goods to the United States. In 2022, we are talking about, and Canada's export were about $439 billion last year. Now, these countries are not just trade partners. They are also like key suppliers for the US industries like auto manufacturing and agriculture. Then comes China's role. Trump is also threatening a 10% tariff on all goods coming from China, citing the country's failure to enforce tougher penalties on drug traffickers. Now, China is the United States' biggest source of import, accounting for over 16% of all goods brought into the US. Now, this includes everything from electronics and clothing to raw material used by US factories. In fact, China, Canada, and Mexico are the top three markets for the US agriculture export. So, a tariff on Chinese goods could have a wide-ranging effect on American farmers and industries that rely on affordable imported goods. But why Mexico and Canada? That's the question. Trump has made it very clear that these tariffs will remain in place until Mexico and China take actions to curb illegal immigration and stop the flow of drugs into the US. But there's a problem with this approach. Most drugs that enter the US does not come through the southern border, but through legal port of entry bought in by the US citizens. So it's certainly unclear if these tariffs would have a real effect on the drug problem. Now let's shift our focus to India. Now, big question that people are asking is why India was left out of these tariff threats. After all, India is a growing trading partner of the US and an important ally in the Indo-Pacific region. The answer could be strategic. India has been seen as a key partner in counterbalancing China's influence, specifically in the tech and defense sector. The US has strong economic ties with India, including the tech industry, where American companies are deeply invested in outsourcing and operation. Moreover, India is increasingly becoming a global hub for manufacturing, which makes it unlikely that Trump would target India with tariff in this particular case. Now, if Trump's tariff on Mexico, Canada, and China go into effect, this could have serious consequences. First, American consumer will see higher prices for many goods, from cars to electronics to everyday items. Second, the trade government like a USMCA, that's US-Mexico-Canada agreement that Trump negotiated during his first year, could be potentially leading to a trade war. So, in summary, Trump's plan to impose tariff is an effort to address the issue of immigration and illegal drugs. But it also risks shaking up the international trade and potentially hurting the American consumer. It's a bold, controversial move, and it will certainly have ripple effect on the economy and on US, Mexico, Canada, China relation. We'll keep you an update as more detail comes out, but for now, what do you think about Trump's tariff threat? Could it work, or is it just going to hurt American shoppers? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you for watching TimesXP.